Israel stands accused of genocide by South Africa. And today that case comes before the International Criminal Court. It's been compared to accusing a Holocaust survivor of starting World War II.
As the war enters a new phase, Israeli leaders are considering the future of Gaza, as well as what to do about Hezbollah in Lebanon. CBN Middle East correspondent Julie Stahl reports.
On Wednesday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke on his view of Gaza after the war.
Israel has no intention of permanently occupying Gaza or displacing its civilian population. Israel is fighting Hamas terrorists, not the Palestinian population. Our goal is to rid Gaza of Hamas terrorists and free our hostages. Once this is achieved, Gaza can be demilitarized and deradicalized.
At the Knesset on Wednesday, member Danny Danone hosted dozens of ambassadors to discuss the fate of Gaza after Hamas.
First thing that we will tell them that before we speak about the day after, we have to make sure that the Israeli hostages are back in Israel and that Hamas is eradicated. Then we can discuss the future of Gaza.
The U.S. is proposing that the Palestinian Authority have a major role in governing the Gaza Strip. Knesset member and former deputy director of the Mossad, Ram Ben Barak, told CBN News the PA would have to reform before that can happen.
The Palestinian Authority must be changed. You cannot take control on Gaza if the kids educate to hate and to kill Jewish. You cannot control Gaza, and you're not controlled, by the way, the West Bank. If you pay money to people who are involved in a terror activity, and you cannot take control if you are corrupt.
With nearly 100,000 residents of northern Israel evacuated from their homes, Israeli leaders are warning if the war between Israel and Hezbollah cannot be resolved through diplomacy, they are prepared to use force.
If Lebanon continues to serve as an active Iranian terrorist outpost, we will act in southern Lebanon as we act in northern Gaza. This is not a threat to Lebanon. It is a promise to our residents of the north.
On the international legal front, South Africa began its argument Thursday that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. One commentator said the trial is like accusing a Holocaust survivor of starting World War II. Given the crisis facing Israel on multiple fronts, tens of thousands gathered at the Western Wall on Wednesday to pray for the release of the hostages and for God's hand of mercy on Israel. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, let's continue to remember the hostages, remember that the rockets are still being manufactured, still being fired. Remember that Israel is still under threat, both from Hamas and also from Hezbollah. And remember that it's the basic ideology of the Palestinians, that they don't want a two-state solution. They want a one-state solution called Palestine that will have no Jews. That's the whole call from the river to the sea. It's amazing to me to see South Africa try to file some complaint saying that Israel is committing genocide. It's the Palestinians who are advocating for that, and they clearly are advocating for that. Hezbollah is advocating for that. Hamas has it in its basic charter. Iran is saying the same thing. And to accuse Israel of doing what the Palestinians clearly have announced they want to do is absolutely absurd. South Africa should be roundly condemned for this, and the whole world should take notice. Let us stop this ideology of hate, and the ideology of hate is clearly in Palestine.